Like they're not very good. They're not the old Chelsea. What Chelsea used to play like. We like they were there for the taking, but the amount of loose passes we gave was just crazy. I'm sorry to say, I don't know if how you feel on this, but if we really want to go to the next level, we've got to replace Dan Burn.
Yeah,
Murphy.
Very clear.
Yeah, Murphy as well, not good enough. And I'm going to say it because I do feel like he's the grey man, but I think Longstaff as well. But I think Tonali's going to replace him, isn't he?
Yeah.
Which is a shame, but I think if we really want to go to the next level, I think that's what we have to do.
You know, and I think we need another striker.
Definitely.
Another winger.
Yeah.
As much as I love Almiron and his work rate, it's just,
well, I think Harvey Barnes, but Harvey Barnes on the left, isn't he?
Yeah.
So
him and Gordon.
Yeah.
You know, can compete. And another one, even if you're gonna have somebody to and more, so Almiron's got to go, unfortunately. But I like to see, I love Dan Burn as well, but you know, as a left back, not working, not against the teams who.
Mate, did you see the attacking areas percentage? It was all at Dan Burn because they're new. Do you know what I mean?
Well, this is it. I mean, Bomber ran rings rather than really.
Yeah.
So,
how good was Tino though?
Tino,
unreal, mate. Yeah, unreal. I'd try Tino on the left, mean Kieran Trippier and Tino. I think we missed Trippier today. That leadership on the pitch is just not fully there.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but who am I?
Yeah, this is it. Who are we?
Who are we?
But yeah, I mean, Chelsea are a far cry from.
Oh man, nowhere near.
You can see glimpses of it because they've barely got quality players.
Yeah.
Like you don't spend $1 billion on players and not have any decent players.
Yeah, true. Like.
So, you know, it's just a work in progress. Whether that, but I don't know it's going to come to fruition this season. But over the next few years, people will start gelling together.
Yeah. Well, that Mudryk looks decent now. He was crap when he came.
Yeah, but it just needs time. He's young. He's moving from, you know, I think it was Shakhtar.
Yeah.
So yes, he's got a bit of experience with like Champions League and stuff like that, but he doesn't have the like Premier League experience or the experience against top quality sides.
Yeah.
Week in, week out. So, you know, it's only a matter of time before he. We were interested in him, and I was.
What, that Mudryk?
Yeah.
Really?
So,
that.
But I think the price tag through.
Well, he's not worth the price tag, I don't think. Well, from not what I've seen.
Definitely not, but I think he would have been much better for us.
Yeah.
He is just man management from Howe. I reckon would have got the best out of him.
Yeah. I was just. I mean, see that Murphy's goal was like a rocket, wasn't it?
Oh,
that's what he does, though. That's what's like. There's not much else. He's fast and he can bang him in like that. But we need some new players. Like if we want to compete.
We were interested in that Malo Gusto as well.
Yeah.
Which is there. Right back or left back or.
But this is where it goes down to the area, mate. Like you get offered to go to Chelsea in London.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or Newcastle. Like people think of the north is grey, dark, dingy. That's what people think of the North Southerners.
And it is to an extent. But, you know, I think if this was 5 years down the line, then we're going to be in a completely different position to what we are now.
Yeah.
So a fraction, yes, area and locale is a big part of it. But if you look at Chelsea's history, then people look at that and say, right, well, Chelsea are a big team. So and they're based in a great place, so I'll go there.
Yeah.
Or, you know, when we're competing with the big boys, we're in Europe, hopefully consistently at that point, then I think that it'll be a tougher choice for people.
Yeah.
London won't be as attractive. So
You're right, you're right. Should we do a bit of trading?
yeah, why not?
Yeah, let's do a bit of trading while we're here. On our football podcast.
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah, what time? 2:45. Okay, chat, if you can hear me. 2:45. I'm going to tell Mason he has to go to school. So if I forget, it's all your fault. 8:45. I've set my alarm. Because I'm shit like that. Anyway, good morning, Crazy Beast. Crazy Beast is on the chat on YouTube. Alright, mate, good morning. Right, guys, let's do a top-down analysis because price is looking good. Okay, price is looking good, believe it or not. So, top-down, monthly. We know the monthly's still in this range, and we know at any point this monthly can flip to the downside. Plus, there's still enough time for it to flip because there's 18 days left. So there's still enough time for this monthly to flip to come down to 1990. Whether it does that or not, I don't know. But at the minute, yes, it looks like it's going to break above, but we have to act upon what we see, and currently that's what we see on the monthly. Now the weekly it broke out. Okay, here. Now the thing what I'm a bit wary of with the weekly, it didn't have a bottom wick. So good morning, Nella. It didn't have a bottom wick and it didn't tap previous support at 2071, and that's what I thought it would have done. Now that it hasn't done that, I do believe price will need to come back down, create a bottom wick for this, plus tap previous support. Whether it's going to carry on coming down, or whether one candle pops down and then flips back up to the upside. But that's what I do believe. So I do believe we're going to get a steeper bottom wick on the weekly. Right? This weekly candle's opened up now. It's broke all the highs. We don't know where it's going. But all I know is we're probably going to need a steeper bottom wick if we do want to go. We've created a top wick. We've tested the previous highs. And then we flipped back to the downside. So I do think we might be fairly straightforward today, as in coming a bit further down. However, all these trades we're taking now, guys, have a lot more risk on them to what I'm normally used to. Well, what we normally trade, right? Because we're all-time highs. I don't know where the ranges are. So this daily, for example, closed bullish, but this is the first daily what didn't break above the high. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Where did that come from?
Double blessing.
Bloody hell. Morning, Krish. So, if we notice that this daily is the first daily what didn't break above the high, all the others pushed past the wick and closed. So is that a sign of reversal and coming back down? Well, it is really. It's a fair sign of reversal, even though we've closed bullish. Right? Now, you do want to see a bearish candle. So ideally, if we get a bearish close like this tomorrow, we should be fairly straightforward. If we get a bearish close like this tonight, we should be fairly straightforward tomorrow, because all we would get is a top wick and then coming down like that. Okay, so at any point this daily can flip to the upside. That's what you've got to understand at any point. So we've got to be careful when we're taking sells, if we're looking at sells. Okay, so now this is the interesting one. I did have a little glance this morning. So the 4 hour currently, right, we're currently in something like that. Now that's the range we're in, and the 4 hour hasn't broke out yet, but it has closed bearish. So this 4 hours has got 1 hour left on it, 52 minutes got left on it. Now if we can get a 4 hour close below there, we should get, unless we get a fake out, we should get top wick and then flip to come and fill the range. Now where's the range? This is the tricky thing. So for me, the next sign of resistance is 21.26. So this would probably be our target today. It'd have to be, because it's the only range what we've got left, really. So if we can get a 1 hour close, 4 hour close below, or a bearish close, we should be able to come down to at least fill the wick on the 4 hour, but this 4 has to close bearish. That's the key. Okay, so that's what we've got on the 4, because on the 3 we've had a breakout. Okay, the 3's got no top wick, so we could potentially look for wing back sells in and around these areas. We'll have a look in a second. The 2, again, we'd also had a breakout. The 2 didn't have a top wick. This one nearly created a top wick for it, but didn't. But the 2's broke out to the downside, and now we're testing previous support. We've got another hour left on this. So if this closes like this is what you call a nest play. Technically what should happen is you're still respecting 2177. The next one should then come down and push like that. So that would be ideal. But that's the 4 closing below, breaking out basically. The 1. So the previous one closed respecting this area, right? So if that's the case, this one should at least come and give us a bottom wick. Or is it going to close something like that? Or are we going to close back in? That's what we've got to say. As long as we can see price still respecting these areas and the 4 stays below, we just need a forward breakout. And if the 4 closes below, we should be fairly straightforward after that on the next 4. But obviously I want to try and get us a trade before that. So everything at the minute is either broke below and closed respecting 2177. So we're bearish, apart from the 4 hour. So could we look for wing back sells from around these areas? Now, if we're looking for a wing back sell, we've got to be careful. I don't think it would work because the 4 hasn't broke out yet. And if we look for a wing back sell at 2179 and this 4 flips bullish and closes like that, say, you're going to have a big long wick. What's going to happen with the next one? You don't even need to pull back. You could just go like that, straight up. And if you look at that now, what have you got? Got a double bottom, haven't you? Double bottom, broke the lows, grabbed liquidity to come back up above these highs. So that's what you could get caught out on if you're not careful. So I really think we're best off waiting for the 4. Waiting for the 4, and it could be fairly straightforward. I can't really see price moving until this 4 closes, unless we can get something on a lower time frame what shows us that price is coming back down. Waiting for the fat 4. Yes, crazy beast, we are. We're waiting for the fat 4. 5's broke back in. Yeah, so I think we need to wait. We're going to have to wait for the 4. I think it's very, very dangerous at the minute because we haven't broke out on the 4 yet. I'm just going to grab some tissue, guys. 2 seconds.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Callum.
Good morning, Danny.
Good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing this morning? Everyone good?
How's this?
Yeah, no complaints, mate. No complaints.
Good man, good man. You at the gym again?
Yeah, I just did a quick run this morning, mate. Just did 2 days. Nothing. Just chilling now, really. About a mile.
That's more than enough for the morning. You might say too much, Callum.
Yeah, true that. True that.
That was enough for me.
Yeah, I'm currently making myself a brew as well.
How are you doing, Callum? You alright?
Very good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, have you caught out this morning?
Yeah, I just got back from a little bit of a run.
Ooh.
Not the brew.
Bit of fizz in the morning.
Yes, mate. It's nice and rainy by us.
Oh.
Yellow weather warning for floods.
Oh, really? Fantastic.
It's very, very wet, very miserable, but it's waterproof, isn't it?
Yeah. Skin's waterproof, mate. That's it. That's it. Well, we've just done a top down, and we're in a basically, how to say, an ambush area for the market.
What?
That's where we are. Because this 4, yeah, has pushed, broke all the lows. You've had a breakout on the 1, and then you've had an hour close respecting. Right, so it's still starting to come down, but the 4 hasn't broke out yet. So very, very sneaky. This a lot of people.
It's gonna have to break the highs to come down.
No, I don't think it needs to. I think you just need this. If this 4 can break below or close bearish, you're gonna get a wick fill, and the next 4 will do it. But I think what this is doing here is everyone's selling here, aren't they? Everyone would have sold here. Everyone would have sold here again because the hours close respecting. The stops are either going to be here, or you've got no top wick. They'll be above these highs here if they're going to do that. But if the 4 is going to close bearish, then it won't come this high up. But if the 4 is going to close bullish, then it will. It'll come right through this because all the money's above this area.
Yeah.
So we've just got to wait for the 4 at the minute.
Okay, drama.
Unfortunately.
Drama llama.
It's because the hours, the clocks have changed in America, so the 4 o'clock closes at 9 now.
Yeah.
So it's not really good for trading, as in for us, because we're close to the 4-hour close. And really, we want a couple of hours where the 4 hours still moving, doing its pushes.
So that basically just means that possibly we're looking at later trades type of thing.
Later or earlier.
Yeah.
Like, this is the time where we'll get trades around 8 o'clock, half 8.
Yeah,
Or-
so we're just analysing earlier.
Or after the 4-hour close, basically. It's either going to be before or after. So when we come on the chart, it'll be a case of we're waiting for the 4-hour close, or we're looking at setups straight away
Gotcha.
at this time of the year. Because if you look at this 4 now, if we can get, right, a 30-minute close bearish, and we get a top wick, we can potentially get a sell stop on.
Yeah.
That's potentially something we can do. We just need to see price struggling here to say that the 4 is going to carry on pushing. We need the 4 to close bearish, because if this 4 flips bullish, you're not coming back down. Because you've broke all the lows. That means you've grabbed liquidity now in order to drive up and break the highs.
Of course.
So you can't get caught out here. You've got to really be sure.
Yeah. It's always really confused the living shit out of me about why the clocks get changed in the first place.
I don't know, mate.
I really don't know. It doesn't really make sense, but nothing in life makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
This daylight needs to save time. Apparently.
Somebody did a maths thing the other day. I seen it on social media. Somebody done a maths thing where if we changed the months and the years, I think it was to 13, it would all add up.
Yeah.
Like there'd be so many days in a month. It'd be this. Every day would land on a Monday or whatever. It's like it just proper makes sense, doesn't it?
I'm pretty sure the Mayans or one of the ancient civilizations had a calendar.
Yeah.
One of them did. I can't remember which one.
It's like from Sumeria, isn't it? That's where we've gotten all the like, zodiac signs, time, date, month, all of this sort of stuff. That's where it all come from.
Yeah. Is this too
The
gonna
metric
flip?
system. They use the metric system as well.
Yeah.
So we've just then been like, oh, I've got a really good idea on how to do things. And
Yeah.
then it's like, oh right, so it's been used for thousands of years. But suddenly we're smart enough to know that we've created it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I'm just looking at this price here. This 5 sucking me in, but I think I want to wait for a 4. You get a 5 close like this, right? And you get a top wick. You're going to come down to fill the range, but how far? It'd be at least to the body at 21.75 because you haven't had a bottom wick yet. But yeah, we're not going to take it. I can't get sucked into that because the 4. We need to wait for the 4. This is what Forex does to you. You might get your setups on a lower time frame, but one of the higher time frames will be out. Right? This you've got to be disciplined to hold off and wait. Morning, Vin. We got Crazy Beast on the chat today, guys. Crazy Beast is a member. He's got the Dean. He's a Dean member.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Hugan.
Did you catch anything yesterday, Pete?
No, I didn't in the end. I didn't even get on the charts really. Did you see what I'd done yesterday? Look at that. What did I say yesterday? What did I say yesterday? Like, if you think about it, you are.
What's those blue box areas?
It's my Asian session,
Gotcha.
and I just have them on there. Just, do you know what it is? I don't even know why I still have them on. It's just sort of habit now. I used to have it on for market maker method, but
Okay.
I like to see where my sessions started. You see, so I just have them on, and then anything beyond. Yeah, but I mean, look at yesterday. Look at that. And at what point? I mean, you could have got in on these, right, on the taps. But the more you're tapping it, the more you're thinking, okay, it's going to break out this time. Do you know what I mean? So you probably wouldn't even have got in on them. Wasn't very nice.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I got a few
Nice,
trades.
Sam.
Class.
Nice.
Four trades to be precise.
All winners?
All winners.
Go on, Dad.
Get up, Dan.
Do you know what? It's good to see, like, especially the likes of yourself and Callum, who haven't been with us long, right? And you're smashing out trades. Nice setups as well. It's not like you're just going in. It's you're actually reading the charts, because that's the difference. You can't just go in and say, "Yeah, I've won." It's got to be a proper setup. That's the real win. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nice, man. Look at this 5. Oh, that is teasing us. That is teasing us.
The only downside, Pete, is I've finally got a start date for the new job.
Have you?
Yeah, it's next Monday.
Alright, that's good.
18th. So I mean, I don't know what my shifts are going to be, but I'll not be trading Monday because it's 8 o'clock start.
Yeah.
So,
The thing is always...
It's more solo trading. More practicing your methods and stuff.
well, that's it, yeah. So I'll probably do stuff in the afternoon, but...
You'll find, Dan, if you've got sort of money coming in, right, and when you're on a challenge, you'll be a lot more relaxed. Because you're not reliant on passing and making money straight away. Do you know what I mean? You'll just take your time, just pluck away at it.
Definitely. Well, that's it. It's an unlimited time frame as well, so I think I was just in a rush in February to try and get it passed as quickly as possible because I was running out of my savings. So that extra pressure just threw it all off. So, like I say, definitely from the job and having the income, it means sort of less online trading with you guys in the morning, but get a couple of days a week doing that. That'll be all I need. I can then sit the afternoons and just look for setups. If I don't see anything, I don't see anything. As long as I can like get it trades a week, it'd be more than enough.
That's it. You honestly, if you're on, let's say 200k challenge, say, or even 100k, 2 trades a week's still good income, you know. 2 trades a week. So if you get into your mind that, you know, 2 trades a week's actually still decent profit for a week coming in. 2. You need 2 trades, 2 days, 1 trade a day. There's no rush to take trades at all, and this is where traders go wrong, because they step into no man's land far too often, feel like they need to trade, or they're missing out on trades, and that's how they get burned.
Well, this is it. It's going to be, you know, it's not going to be a replacement for an income at that point. So I'm not sitting down without a job, without an income, doing the trading and saying, right, well, this month I have to make X amount to cover bills, rent, mortgage, whatever it is. It's just, I need a winning trade or two a week until I'm profitable. As long as I'm profitable, it doesn't matter how much it is. As
Exactly
long as I'm profitable, once I pass a challenge, that money's just extra.
Exactly that, mate.
Become a replacement or needing to work a full-time job. You need to, like you say, you need to become profitable consistently to do that. So try and make it as easy as possible for yourself.
Do you know what you'll see on social media? You'll see traders they'll say it's not the money you look at, it's the process.
Yeah.
And I always struggled to understand what they meant. I won't lie, being honest. I always struggled to understand what they meant. And now, if I say to you it's the process, what does that mean to you?
To me, it would be, knowing this, I would probably say the process is, you know, getting past stages. So as we've discussed, checking those boxes.
Yeah.
And the process is getting your TradingView, getting your demo account, passing 2 funded practice challenges, going for a live challenge, failing a live challenge, going through the emotions.
See, that's your process. So my process, see, I think this is what I'm saying. When they say it's the process, everyone's process is different.
Yeah.
So mine is just the process of sticking to your rules. Whether it's a win or loss, it's a win if as long as you stuck to your rules. So if I had to put a trade on and I stuck to my rules and it's still a loss, in my eyes, it's still a win. And that's hard to understand or take in and go, that doesn't make sense. But because it's impossible to get 100% win rate in trading, right? Impossible. I have such a high win rate. Yes, I've had, well, let's get the logbook up. Yes, I've had 100% in January, 100% so far in March, and 100% in November. But look at the other months, losses. It's impossible to get 100% win rate overall, right? But as long as them losses are controlled and part of your plan, then that's the process, and it's just doing that every day. Every day, just forget the money, forget all the money, right? Forget what accounts you've got, whatever. It's just the process. Okay, did I follow my rules today? Yes, I did. Fantastic. There's another day done. There's the process, and then it's experience.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is, because I struggled going through the money phase. I wanted to make the money fast. And just you were just blowing accounts, make mistakes because you want to make money fast. It's the wrong way to do it. It just doesn't work. Eventually you just realise it doesn't work. You got to just take it slow and steady. The markets will give you what it allows you to take. You don't get a choice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It'll give you what it allows you to take. Well, yeah. There's our bit of a motivational speech for this morning. What is the process?
I'm rejigging my attack plan here. It's slightly.
What you doing? You're not going to start trading naked, are you?
No, I'm already doing that.
All right, okay. Thank God for that.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the 50 grand account first. And then I'm just going to, trial that for a month or two.
Yeah.
We've got completion. So I'm thinking about, I've rejigged it and I'm not doing the 200 grand demos because I passed 3 in a row on that.
Yeah, that's that.
I think what I'm going to do is I've started the 50 grand demo account, just to get a grasp on lot sizes, placing trades,
Yeah.
one trade, type of thing. I'm thinking of doing it. I'm starting that. See how I go on until the end of the month.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's it. Just building it up. Do you know what one of my advices is though, right? Because I wish someone told me. Because I always say, try to image what account size you would want to live off. Try and work out roughly what you could, income-wise, you could make on this account. Decide which account you want for your life to be, how you want it to be. And then get a demo account for that. So demo account. So let's say you think, okay, well, 200k account, I can live comfortable if I make 5% a month on it or whatever, or even 2-3%.
Yeah.
Right. Get a demo account for that. So 200k demo account, and just do that demo account for ages. Like all the way through your process of what you're going, just 200k demo account. If you go below, I don't know, 180, refresh it, 200k. 1, so you get used to the numbers. 2, so you get used to the lots. Yeah. And then all you do from there is, if you buy a challenge of a 50k one, you just hook it up to a social trader, where whatever trade you place on a 200k, it'll copy over to your 50k at 2% risk or whatever. So it's not more risk, it's, you know, it's still staying within the rules. Because the reason I say that is because you want to be at the 200k, you don't want to be at the 50k, do you? You want to be at the 200k.
No, of course.
So you're constantly getting used to it. And the longer you are on that 200k, the more comfortable you get with them numbers, them high numbers, what you make. Because trust me, being 4-5 grand in drawdown is not nice. Yeah. But with a 50k, it's 500 quid or something like that. It's not too bad. But it's exactly the same for 200k, but it's 5 grand. And you're like, fucking hell. How can I be so calm with 5 grand drawdown? Do you know what I mean? But you're just getting your body used to it. And when you hook it up to whatever accounts you get or pass, you just hook it up to your social trader, so it copies over, right? And you constantly trade in that one demo account. I've found that's the best way psychologically on to trade new accounts. I have different accounts added to my social trader, all different amounts, and they just copy over different risks, whatever risk I want them to do.
No, of course.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's my plan anyway. I'm gonna do at least 5 or 6 demos, pass them all, and I think time frame realistically probably at the end of this month or next month.
Ideal.
And
Ideal.
then
Man.
that should
The quickest we've had someone funded past 6 months. 6 months
6
when he
months.
first joined, yeah.
So
Which is
I'm-
unreal. Which is unreal, by the way. Like
Yeah.
if it's no Forex, and it used to be about 4 years on average to become profitable. Right?
Yeah.
That's what they were saying. I do believe we've halved that time at Relentless. I do believe we've halved it, but obviously everyone's different. Some people do it sooner, some people take longer. It's all down to the individual. But yeah, I mean, if you can get that done, that'd be fantastic, Callum.
That's the plan, mate. But obviously, the time will tell on the demos, because, like I say, I've passed 3 demos with literally minimal drawdowns. You know,
Yeah.
I think I was averaging like 300 quid losses, and I only did like 4 losses per 10 grand.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, it's a bit different. You know, to get the grasp of, you know, the smaller lot sizes and the smaller profit and loss margins, and it's taking a bit longer on the 50 grand than it did with the 200.
It does.
Yeah. But, you know,
Last
I
time
don't...
we spoke, I was telling you about 5%. There's one that I was doing for 100 grand, but it does it in 3 stages of a 25 grand account, 50 grand account, and 75 grand account.
But
Yeah.
you're saying it's taken ages. You're saying it's taken ages, right? But this is because that's how you're meant to trade. You're meant to, if you link it up to your social trader, you're not bothered. You're just focusing on that one account, and it's just trickling over in the background. All of a sudden, you'll realise and go, "Oh shit! I've passed me bloody. I've had an email saying I've passed me account." That's what it'll get to. Whereas when you buy a challenge at the minute, you focus on that one challenge and you're trying to get that passed. So you're psychologically already forcing it, type of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you're smashing it at the minute.
The main thing is definitely the discipline on lot sizes and things like that, and not pushing your limits. Which is what I'm working on now, which is why I stick to the 0.4 lot. It's not a lot of money comes in, but if I can be consistent on 0.4 lot sizes, then there is no reason why it wouldn't work if I'm on 3 lot sizes.
Yeah,
it's
well,
exactly the process. It's just there's more reward and loss from it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of using a fixed loss at the minute.
Yeah.
Fixed lot, a 5 lot. Instead of working out your lot size and okay, I want to risk 2% on this, because as that account grows, what I've found is your risk gets less. If you're doing a 5 lot every time, every time that account's grown, the risk, the next trade, the risk is less. That makes sense. So if do you know what I mean? And over a longer period of time, as that account massively grows, you can up your lot. Okay, I'll use 6 lots now, or 10 lots, or whatever. But that seems to be where. But this is the thing, you know. It's all right me saying I'm just telling you what I do. I'm not telling you what you should do. Use after where. This is where trading comes in. Use have to work out what works for you. I'm just telling you the options, what there is, and ideas. But then you've then got to be the one who go, okay, I need to test this, what Pete said. Or I need to test it this way, I need to test it that way. And you have to work out what works for you, because everyone's different. Everyone's different. Do you know what I mean?
100%. I'm looking forward to it, but to be honest with you, I'm a little bit shitting my panties.
Why? What?
You know, just the whole, you know, it's the nerves of being consistently profitable for more or less the second week, because it took that extra time, you know, to go over the educational part. So what I put into practice of, you know, reaping the rewards early on because I stuck to the education courses.
Yeah.
But it's a completely different ball game, you know. As soon as you do those couple of clicks and pay for the test, I think my ass is just gonna right up my head.
Do you know what that is, Callum? I know you can't see me because you're on Discord, right? But I've got my left hand up in the air. I've got my right hand up in the air.
Yep.
My left hand is the start of your journey, right? No experience, starting from there. My right hand is consistently profitable where we want to be. Right? Now, in order to get from my left hand to my right hand, you've got loads of tick boxes. And I say this all the time. You've probably heard me say it. You've got loads of tick boxes all the way. You cannot get to that right hand without ticking all them boxes. You just can't do it. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Okay? In them tick boxes are all the challenges you have to go through in order to get to there. So one of them is failing a challenge. One of them is failing phase 1. One of them's failing phase 2. And honestly, you're not going to like this. One of them's blowing a live account. You're going to do it all.
Can you then just reapply for a new one?
Yeah, you just go again. You just obviously got to pay. But
what's the criteria? Let's just say for FTMO, because you've got an account with them. What's the threshold? Do you have to blob that whole 200 grand for them?
No. So you got your max draw. If you violate a rule, and the only way you're gonna fail that account is if you go over the daily drawdown. Really, if you go over the max loss, you shouldn't be on a challenge. You got to go back to demo. Yeah. So if you go over the daily drawdown, but all these tick boxes have got all. So every time you make a mistake, right, or you think, "Fuck, I'm getting battered here. This is breaking me." Just think to yourself, "Okay, I'm not giving up. It's just another tick in the box. It's one step closer to the right." That's how traders have to think about it, because otherwise, trading, man, it will bring you to your knees. It will. It'll bring you to your knees. Yeah, it can make you depressed. It can really break you. But you've got to have the mindset of relentless. You've got to be relentless at getting there. And every mistake what happens, or every time you get fucked over off the markets and they proper do you up the wrong end, yeah, it's another tick in the box. Okay, one step closer, one step closer. I'm pissed off, but one step closer, one step closer. That's what you've got to think like. Otherwise, you're not going to survive.
Yeah.
Crazy Beast has put, what's the best way of working out lot size? Because I have trouble with that when trading on a 5 minute. You can, if you're on a certain size account, so let's say 100k, you can preempt your lot sizes, as in work out your lot sizes for what do you average with your stops. So if you average 70 pips or even 20 pips, I've got a little note here where it's 20 pips, my lot's 20, 30 pips, my lot's 13. I just average it with that. So if my lots are like, if my stops are 100 pips, I'll just whack a 5 lot on, and I just do that in front of me. So okay, 100 pip stops, okay, 5 lot, done. Or you can use the same lot, or you can get the Relentless lot size indicator, which you can purchase on the website. It's 27 quid, one hit here, and then all you do is you get your box on, see it, and you double click on it. Oh, wrong one. Double click on it, change what you want, currency, your amount, what risk you want to put at, put your entry price in, put your stop loss in, and it'll calculate your lot there for you, and it'll tell you exactly what lot at that risk. Okay, so that's on our website, so you can get that on there. That's one on TradingView, because what you used to have to do is go to another browser. You can get a free one on MyFXBook, but it's another browser, which what I found is you've got to have another browser open. But it's pretty self-explanatory. Put your amount in there, put your stop loss size, and it'll calculate your lots. Okay. So yeah, I hope that's answered the question. Tend to be between. So 20 pips, and what size account are you on? So if you're averaging between 20 and 30 pips, just go worst case and go 20 pips, 30 pips, and then do your lot size at risk of 2%. Whatever lot size is, just round it up or down, and just you use a 1 lot or 2 lot or whatever on everyone. I think on a 25k it'll be what will it be? It might be about a 3 or something. Yeah, 25k. Yeah, so and then obviously it depends on what trade what pair you trade. So if you, I don't know, let's say if you're trading gold, USD.
I mean, you're risking 2% on a 25 grand account. It's in lots.
Yeah. Oh well, it is, isn't it? At 20. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I'll just put it in now so people can see it. Oh, sorry. The thing with this lot size calculator, you've got to make sure you put your 3 numbers in on gold. Okay, on gold. So 2.5 lots on a 25k at 2%. Or you can swap it for money, and there you go. You'll lose 500. We're just waiting for a forward close, guys, really. It's looking nice if we can stay down. But then I want a top wick. So I want the forward close, then I want a top wick, and then we can look to come down. I don't want to get faked out, because this could be a fake out on the 4. Right, because this is a range 1. So you can get that, and then you can get that straight back in. And then this whole move is a fake out. This is where you tend to get your fake outs here. Your first break. But then again, I've just noticed that this one actually broke below, didn't it? Below that. So there's the first break. This is the second breakout. Okay. So we should be good for that. It's looking nice, so everything's staying low. Look at the one. Nice. Not lot size because smaller stop losses stop me from utilising 4%. Will only let me open one trade. Yeah, that'll be the leverage. What leverage are you on? Yeah, it depends on what leverage you're on, which broker you're with. Who you with? Is it a funded account? Like, is it with Quantec or something like that? FTMO. It should allow you to get. I think the leverage is 1 to 500 with FTMO, so you should be able to put 2 on. Not lots of.
What account sizes repeat? Because on the 50 grand account, I can only place 1 trade.
Can you? What you risking?
2%.
Oh yeah, that's strange.
Is that not why?
You should be able.
Is it a demo challenge?
Yes, mate.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, so
Demo.
it might be like it's not. But like my experience on, I'm not allowed to risk more than 2% per trade. But then I think the daily loss or whatever is like 4%. So if I do that that would be 2 trades, and that would be the absolute limit for me. So I think if it's possibly if you lower your lots on that, it might allow you to split that into 2 trades.
Yeah.
Rather than just going the max. The trade would allow. So this is why I just think, because I'm not on a challenge anymore, so I'm just doing like a straight demo account.
Okay.
So, like, I think I can place as many trades as I can with whatever leverage I have on the account. I stick to my 0.4 lots regardless. So, and I tend not to stick any more than 1, possibly 2 trades on max. If I can. Or, I mean, going back to what you were saying about sort of dropping your arse a bit, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen because it'll be the first time that you've done a live challenge, so it means more than just doing like a demo challenge. The end goal is where you want to be, so it makes it that much harder, and your mind will play tricks on you. I mean, for me, at January, I made 3 grand on the demo account that I was messing around with. Brilliant month, so I was just like, right, consistently profitable. The losses wouldn't have drawn a challenge. I was like, brilliant. February, I'll try this challenge for a live account, and I had 22 winning trades and 8 losses.
Nice.
And the 22 winning trades made me 350 quid, and the 8 losses lost us 1,250 quid, which blew the account. So, and then the next 3 trades I had on the demo account were winning trades of 375 quid. So I made in 3 trades more than I made in 22 trades, and that was because mentally I wasn't ready for it. I got overconfident from January, and other additional pressures that I put myself under totally messed us up. So you don't think about things the way that you should be thinking about things.
Yeah.
I think I was just seeing things that weren't actually there, hoping that that's what it was going to do, without fully, looking at it properly. And I think that was the pressure that I put myself under. So it is best to make sure you already, even if you think you are ready, you know, as long as you're not, you know, putting yourself under unnecessary pressure, and give it a crack. You know, if you don't pass it, don't get disheartened.
Yeah.
Good morning, Vic.
Going back and reassessing what you've done. Do you keep a logbook as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. So that will massively help. I know Pete says it all the time.
I'll ask the question.
And it's easier
Oi.
that you're doing the logbook than actually like putting it properly.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I've started a new demo account for this month, and I've had 15 trades for 2 losses. I'm up 100 quid, and down £6.80, and all of them have been 0.4 lot sizes. So I'm sticking to everything. I'm writing everything down: my entry point, my exit point.
That's the key.
Loss I'm using, what profit target I'm going for, time frame, so whether or not the wingbacks, buy stops, sell stops, all of that. No, and that I'm probably going to do that for the next 2 or 3 months before I try a challenge again, and just get a good couple of month history of what I've been doing. Because I know I should fund it by now based on what I'm doing. I know I'm doing things right. It's just trying to get out of your own head when you actually do it. That's the hard part.
Guys, just to change the subject slightly, Vic's in the house. She said, has anybody got any podcast topics you would like them to cover? Anything what would be of interest, or any challenges you're coming across in trading, what you'd like them to talk about? Any ideas? Interesting.
I'd have to have a think about that.
Interesting. Well, if you do, drop a message in the chat, or anyone watching on YouTube, drop a message in the chat. I'll mute yourself. Right, we've got 9 minutes for a forward close here, right? Now, it looks like we're going to close below, which would be fantastic. However, I'm just trying to work out if we need a top wick first. We don't really need a top wick first. However, we don't need one, as in, I'm saying that it could easily just drive straight down. But the issue we've got, this is a range 1. I did say that you've got a support here, but I don't like using this because this one had already broke the lows. So I'm putting this into 1 support. So this would technically be a range 1 breakout. Just my head in when she does that. So this would be a range 1 breakout, and this is where we can get our fake outs. So I sort of want to pull back to rule out the fake out, and then to come down. But I do understand that it could open up and drive down, and where we'd miss the trade. So we really got to see how the candles open up, and on a lower time frame we'll have an idea. But the 5 at the minute has broke below, but it's whether we close in around these areas or what. We'll see. Okay, so we're close. We're getting there. It's nice we've actually broke out of this area for once, because we didn't break any of the highs. I'm just trying to work out if we need to come and break the highs before coming back down. I don't think we need to. The 3. You've got no top wick on this 3, 21.79. So could we potentially get... I was interested in wing back sell from there, but the 2 looks like it doesn't need to come back up really. Doesn't really need to come back up. So it's going to be quite interesting now, this 4 hour closes. There's 15 here. So yeah, so we're just waiting out, guys. What have we got? I think a break and retest with price action on a lower time framework. Well, that's technically what you're getting, isn't it, on your 1 hour? So or on the 2, break, retest. But we've got to understand how price works. So if we don't break the lows here, it means that this wasn't enough liquidity to drive straight past. So what does that mean then? Well, we're likely going to have to either pull back before coming down, or we're going to have to break the highs before coming down. If we're going to come down, it might not be. We're technically bullish on everything, right? We're bullish on the daily. We're still bullish on the daily, even though I've explained that the daily didn't. This is the first daily what didn't break the previous wick. And also, we know we're still bullish on the weekly, but we are saying that, okay, we need a steeper bottom wick here. Surely we've got to come and have a steeper bottom wick. That's what we're saying, but currently we're still bullish on everything. So this could just be this is what we could get, and this is what I'm a bit cautious of, right? We could get a breakout like that on the 4, and then we could get a fake out. And then what does that look like? Well, you've now got a double bottom. Where are you going to come then? Well, you're going to at least break these highs, potentially break these highs to come back up. Now, the thing with these is I wouldn't mind if I could have stops, say above here. But look at the size of them stops. Because if price breaks above the daily wick, I don't want to know about it, it's gone. Yeah. So I would need my stops above there, but 160 pips, I can't put that on. It's not enough value in the pips for us. So I don't really want to use them for stops. And this is the thing with, especially the way I trade, guys. I know it's sometimes frustrating for you, where you're like, bloody hell, he's a bit picky with his trades. He's a bit picky, but it works. So I can't change my trading just to sort of grab a trade. I've got to trade how I'm going to trade. And unfortunately, I'd rather watch price go where I thought it was going to go and not be in the trade, than be in the trade thinking it's going to go there with a bit of doubt, and then it doesn't go there. You'd be more pissed off, trust me. Now, if you look at this 5, look at this fake out. If this 5 closes back in, or it has, look at that for a fake out. Who got in on that? Someone would have been in on that.
Bing, bing.
Bing, bing. Yeah.
I was thinking of a sell stop underneath the 5.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. The 4 hasn't closed. So look at this 4. This 4 could even flip still. Yeah, it shouldn't do, because you need to come and fill the range with the bodies of the candle which is here. But this 4 could close respecting, and then that's a sign that the new 4 is likely going to close bullish. You'll get a bottom wick and then come back, which is fine for us, because it means we'll take buys up, and then we'll be with all the higher time frames. So that'll technically be better, yeah. But you've just got to wait, because this is a risky area, very risky. You could really get caught out here. I mean, look at that one. So my aim is to get, believe it or not, my aim is to get 6 months in a row 100% win.
Ooh.
That's my aim. That's my aim as that's my target as a personal trader. But whether it happens or not, I don't know, because I'm not going to force it out. But and when I say 6 months, I'm on about not just taking one trade a month. You know, I'm on about actually trading every day as much as I possibly can. Look, this 5 breaking the highs now. Look at this, guys. Look at that. Do you know what? If this one hadn't closed respecting, we would have been in on this one. If this one had closed back in, that would have been perfect, because you had a 15-minute close respecting. You've had a nest play, a double nest play basically. So this is a double nest play when you get a breakout, and then the new candle struggles to break back below. And then, normally what happens with a normal nest play, you'll get a bottom wick and then you'll flip and drive for that one. But this time you've closed bullish, but you still didn't break below. But then the next candle, break the lows, and then that's the one. That's exactly what we're seeing. So this move here was a double nest play. Okay, but we couldn't take it because the one is closed respecting. So you couldn't take it. But look at price. Is this 4 going to flip? Look at the 4 guy. Who's in? Who's got in here?
Yes, please.
Who's got in there?
I did.
Did you?
Oh,
Yeah, it's the importance of weight. But Callum, another tick box, and it still might play out. The new 4 might come down. If you get a bearish close on this 4, right? What's likely going to happen?
I literally just closed it. I bought in there from 21.75.3.
Or was it a buy to come up?
Yeah.
Oh well, that's all right then. That's all right then. Bloody hell, Callum. Teasing us
Yeah,
there.
but it's closed out now.
Yeah.
It's come back.
So if we get a bearish close on this 4, then we're likely going to get a wick fill. But this is where it's tricky because we haven't actually broke out. We just take sells back below 21.77 after the top wick. It's what this 4 is going to do. If this closes bullish, we're then looking for buys.
This could come all the way up to 21.80.
Okay, 4 is about to close. Let's see how this 4 closes. It's going to be interesting, this. Because if this closes bearish, that is put a bit of a span in the works. Yeah, you have got sort of wingback areas around these levels. 21.81. Where they always tend to reject, come back up, but the thing is, if the 4 closes bullish, oh, what are you doing for? Oh my god. Okay, so the 4's closed bearish, so technically what you're probably going to get now, probably not much of a top wick, you'll probably just get a wick fill. Let's see. This is, I can't really take this, guys. You are probably going to get that wick fill. How steep's this top wick going to be, though?
I'm in.
I am in.
I'm in. For a sell.
You're in for a sell. Bloody hell.
It's probably going to flip and drive within the next hour, but I'm in it now. I am in it. I'm already in profit, so that doesn't matter.
So you haven't got a bottom wick yet, right? So for this to drive up, if you're looking at, you're probably going to come and test at least 21.77. But that 4 really hasn't helped us, guys. It really hasn't helped me. Because I can't take anything here at the minute. If anything, because you're bearish on the 4, so you can't buy up because you're bearish on the 4 and you haven't filled the range on the 4, right? But the lower time frames are showing you buys. So could we, how high is this forward top wick going to be? This is the thing. Could we be looking at something like 21.80? The issue we've got no previous data to go off. So we've only got this. And the last time we closed with a 2 bearish candles and then a small bearish, right? So we've got 2 bearish candles and then a small bearish, but look at the pullback. The pullback came to 21.81. So could we take that? So in order to take that as a wing back, I don't even know whether I like that, because we didn't break the lows. The only way you would be able to take that as a wing back is if you broke below, and then you'd want a top wick to come down. We've got no bottom wick on the 3. The 3's closed back in. The 2. I mean, if this candle had opened up and pulled back first, we could look at buy stops above for the top wick. You probably couldn't do that either because of the 4. It's not looking good, guys. I'm gonna have to wait again. unless something on a smaller time frame. What's this here? So when we break it out, the last time we broke out of this area was here, but we had pushed all the way to 2169. We're nowhere near that, but then you came up and tapped 2181 and then came back down. So are we going to tap to then come back up, which that would then be the 4 having a bottom wick back down to 2177, then flipping back to the upside? Could we do that? What would stops be? Don't like stops. So this 4 is going to power on up. 83. I would prefer them up here, but it's too big. 140. You would be looking at 40 pips. No bottom wick. I would need to see smaller time frames struggling. If we can get smaller time frames struggling to push up, and we get some closures respecting, then we can potentially get this wing back sell on from 2181. But at the minute, it's not showing me enough. So what would I want to see? So let's identify some zones. That doesn't even do that. It goes straight up. How about the 15? 15 big pushing candle. Got no bottom wick on this 15. We didn't break the lows, so are we saying we need to come back down to break the lows if we want to drive? I would think if this 15, well, technically would be the next 15 with no bottom wick. If the next 15 can open up with no bottom wick, we can look for sells at 2181. Okay, and we'd be aggressive with the stops. What we'd do as soon as the 15 pulls back on a lower time frame, like a 5, we'd move stops to risk free quickly. Okay, and we're trying to catch this come back before the drive up. If we're going to drive up, that is. Hopefully the fall will just flip. Okay, because we've technically had a fake out now. You've had a fake out. No, you haven't had a fake out, have we? We have on the 1 hour and the 2 hour, but not on the 4. The 4 is still bearish, so the 4 can flip to the downside at any point. Yeah, so we could probably look at that 2181, but whether it's going to get up there, might not get up there. Because you've got a zone here where it's struggling at.
Yeah, I was just about to say that it's respecting, even on the 4 hour, if you look at the 4 hour, there's a support there where it's just respecting it.
Yeah, it's a previous wick, so if this 4 is going to flip and doesn't break the wick, it could drive down. I'm just thinking, if we do that, what's this? No, that's not enough. What if we got a 5 back below? Where's that area? So it takes a couple of 5s to get up. If we can get all bullish candles. So you might reject from here. Can you hear the music?
Barely.
Barely, okay. So if the new 15 opens up and pushes up without a bottom wick, we can look for wingback sells from here, right? I'm just thinking there's an area here as well. Might have to be here, guys.
She's coming back down on the 5.
Yeah, it could reject from here. If it comes down and taps 2177, that's a 4 having a bottom wick. That's going to make it tricky, more tricky, because it means it's already tapped that, and we don't want to. we're basically saying the 4 needs to have a bottom wick, even if it's going to close bullish. If this 4 is going to carry on and close bullish, needs to have a bottom wick to at least 21.77. Yeah, but if we can pull back first, tap, then we're likely to come back down, tap, before even driving back up. Even if we're going to drive back up, it can then decide where it wants to go. But if it comes down, creates a bottom wick and flips back to the upside, it means it could push further. So we really don't want it to flip, we want to keep pulling back. Smells like a wick, Phil. Crazy face. Smells like a wick. It does look like a wick, Phil. However, it's not our trade. I can't take that. We haven't broke below. Because the 4 still needs to come and fill the range. So what range are we in for the 4, right? If we zoom out, we're in this little zone here now. Okay. So therefore, where should price be going? Well, it should be coming down to 21.77. It's in the body of the candles. And then the body of the candles will either close respecting or break below. So what that means is we have this little gap to play with. You've still got enough room there for the 4 hour to close bearish in that, so you could have a small 4 hour like this. And that's not what we want, because that'll show there's no volume unless you got big wicks either side. And then you're waiting again for another 4 to either get a break or to close bullish to start coming back up. But at the minute, I don't like it when this happens, because you've got a gap where this 4 can still, doesn't need to drive down, it could just come and close bearish. But yes, you could also get a wick fill, which you probably will do, and maybe a top wick to the high, something like that. You could get something like that, or this 4 could just close heavily bullish like this one. Look at this 4. So this is what I'm cautious of, is if we are copying this, yeah, then technically this 4 should be a big bullish. Probably break the highs, I would think, and close like that. I don't know if you can see that. I know it's hard to see with my candles in it. Make sure if you watch on YouTube, change your quality to the highest one you can. What's a 15? Has it flipped? Oh, so we're still bullish on the 15s. And you can't take a wing back buy from 21.77 because the 4 is bearish. So you can't even do that. The 4 might drive through. This might be the 4 what closes below. This might be the one. And then basically this could be the 4 what we were hoping for with this. And then you'll get top wick, test, and then drive through.
That 5 is beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice. No top wick uneven though, so I would think this 5 might flip back up. We'll see. We will see, young sir, unless previous data shows us that the 5 closes like that. The 5's currently hovering. Look at that. See how this 15 closes in 3 minutes. If you close small bullish, you're probably then going to get a wick fill on the 15. So when you take the trade, guys, you've got to, everything's got to stand out. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah. At the minute, we've got contradictions, and we're not fully happy with it. So you just leave it, just watch it. Don't worry about missing a trade. There's always another one. Oh, Sharif, man, yeah. We don't talk about it. We don't talk football on this, Sharif. Sharif said not a great result yesterday. I don't know what you're on about, mate. I don't know what you're on about. No. To be honest, Sharif, they were there for the taking, I thought. I didn't think they played well at all. I think we played really bad. Our passing was dreadful. Everyone looked crap. Even Anderson looked terrible when he came on. Don't you think?
My stream went off at like 75 minutes.
Yeah. He looked terrible, mate. When I was happy he was coming on and just giving the ball away, everything. Do you know who won that game for them? Cole Palmer. He won that game for them by himself. Yeah.
But again, it's just giving people like that too much space.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and anybody's capable of, you know, firing from outside of the box, but you give them that much space, then you're basically just asking them to try.
Yeah.
So.
Mudrik's goal was good though. Did you see? You wouldn't have seen his goal then, did you?
Did I?
You did.
Just rounded the keeper.
Yeah. Meg's share. Meg's him. Nutmegged him.
Yeah.
It was nice, like.
So. But I think, like you say, with the likes of like Anderson and Willock and stuff like that, they're just coming back from injuries, so it's going to be a little bit more time before we see anything what they're capable of.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just, you know, and I think that does have a effect on.
Oh, look at this, 15. No news, is there? Whoa, what's going on? Oh, fuck. 4. 4's flipped.
Frankie.
I can't take that though. It's not for me, that. What are you doing? What day are we on today? CPI today. 12:30 CPI. See if we can get this 15 closed below, which it hasn't. But if we can get a 15 closed below, we can potentially sell down, because that's the 4 would confirm the 4's flipping and driving, but we still haven't broke out on the 4, so I'm not really. And the 3's closed back in. I'm not really liking it, really, guys. Everything's closed back into the range. This is the 4 bottom wick. Remember, this is the 4 bottom wick. You should get a wick fill. You'd probably fill this range, but at any point it could close respecting or flip bullish. So let's see.
Testing 77 and then it's going to flip. Top wick for the previous.
I didn't do it. 15's got no top wick. Ooh. Am I looking at?
Oh, did you get Mason up for school? I was off now.
Oh shit, Dan. Oh my god, Dan. He's off now because of you.
What is he?
No, he's got the school.
I bet he's late.
No, he's not. Who was it? I'll set me alarm, don't you? When I'm all over it, Emma.
Yeah.
Top dad.
I bet they reminded you.
I did ask them to and nobody did.
And I forgot.
They're just as useless as me.
Did he go normal time? Or was he late?
No, he's on time. No top wick. Look at this. 5, no top wick. We're going to bounce back up here. 4. So the 4's got a bottom wick now. It's whether this 4's going to flip back up. That's the thing. I'm just thinking. 5's close respecting. Price will have to come back to here before driving down. Got no, but I'm close to looking at a buy here, guys. Up. I just don't like the 4 because I know the 4 we're probably going to get this wick fill.
It's up here, I think.
You are?
It's 4 minutes up here.
I know. Just trying to think where we can get a wing back buy from if price does. So the 4, where's the 4? So let's mark this up. There's the 4. So what will tend to happen, right? If the 4 is going to flip bullish, that is, right? We don't know if it's going to. But if the 4 is going to flip bullish, you'll get this wick fill, but it'll come and test the previous wick. So it'll be something like that, around that area. So we need to look on a lower time frame what wicks go to that area and whether we could take a buy. So you've got a support here on these levels. So could we take a wing back buy from there? But that's even if you get down to that. You might not. You might just fly back up here. Look at the 5. The 5's flipped. This needs tapping before driving down though. This has to get tapped before driving down. Because both candles have got no top wick. It's rare when both candles have got no top wick. It either means that price is going to drive straight through. That's what it means. You've got this area. Tough ranges, guys. We need to get back down to these levels.
Further up that drop on the 5, there's a couple that have little top wick and then drops.
What are we on about these here?
Yeah. No, like up, the peak 5s, and then drop down. It's only like
She's off.
this morning. I'm on the 5-minute time frame.
Yeah. If we didn't do that big drop, aggressive drop now, because that's basically that's just the forward bottom wick. Look at the 4. What did I say? The 4 needs a bottom wick. It's now got a bottom wick. So now we don't know what this 4 is going to do. This 4 can still got really it should close bearish, but it hasn't broke out yet. So is it going to close respecting, or is it going to break below, or is it going to flip bullish and create a steeper top wick? So it's not very good, really. Really, what we should be doing is waiting for the next 4 to close, but I'm not staying on for another 3.5 hours. I'm trying to see if I can grab something from here, a buy up, because I do feel you're gonna have to create a. You're gonna have to get that, but I just don't like the 4. Because the 4 is bearish. I'm sort of wary of taking buys up. You feel, do you? Okay, so I don't feel. I see. So I can see that these two both not got a top wick, and then from my logbook and from previous experience, that price tends to come back. Got a 5-minute bullish close. You're still respecting this area mind on the 5. I don't think we're going to come back up here for the 15. Let's see what the 15s do when you come back into the range. 15 close bearish and then you power up. Is that maybe? Oh, alright, okay, so maybe we could take that. So we're looking very similar to this. So look, 15 break back above, yeah? 15 break back above. You then come back below, okay, on these levels. Then you break back above. Then you get a bearish close. Then you break back above, then you get a bearish close. And then 115 just goes up. So could we buy up is the question, or do we wait for the wing back sell and go with the 4 hour? Now why did the 1 hour close back into the range? 45ths.
This could be the pump back to 2181, Pete. You know, on this next 15.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be. I think it could be. If we can get a 15 close doji, right, we can look, and it doesn't drive back up. If we can get a doji close here, that would probably confirm that we need to come back up. So we could probably look for buys up. So you're gonna have to pay attention, and then it'll be a case of, right, I'm in. You got 15 to there. You're gonna have to come back to that, I would think. You do mess about on the 15s and 5s. See how this 30 closes here. I'm just thinking if the hour, because if the hour closes below, if this hour closes below like that, the new hour, is it going to come back to test to then come down? I would prefer a wing back down here, but I just don't think we're going to get it unless we get a 30 close. It's not for me, this, guys. There's too much going on at the minute. The 5's flipped as well. Okay, the 5's closed bullish. What has this 5 done? I'd need a doji close on the 15, unless the 15 breaks above and we get a bottom wick, we can maybe get a buy stop on, but I'd need a bottom wick back down to 2177. Otherwise that's a 30 closing doji. We're basically saying, why didn't this drive? Why didn't this carry on? It's pulled back now, so is this enough to now carry on and push? Or do we need to come and break this low? That's what we're basically trying to see. And if we do break that low, then you've got to ask the question, well, is that the 4 driving to close bearish? And if it does, the 4 can really drive down. Right, it doesn't really need to come back. You're going to get caught out. That's why I don't like it. This is where you've just got to be patient, guys. Got to be very patient. Because why we're not driving? Well, it's not enough liquidity here. This wasn't enough. So do we need to break this, or are we going to pull back to then go? Well, we have pulled back technically to previous, so it could just go like that. Because I'm thinking we might have something like this. Let's have a look at the 5 actually. What happens with the 5? So the 5 breaks back below. No top wick, and then you power through. So do we wait for that 5 close back below here? And then we look at buy stops above. Interesting. That's potentially something we can look at. Because what it does here, look, the 5s mess about. 5s mess about. And then you got a 5 fake out to the downside. And then all of a sudden it'll just go doof, all the way up. So, if that's the case, we haven't done that breakout to the downside yet on the 5. So we should see one candle break to the low, or was that it? And this is just a pullback. Let's see, let's see.
All the possibilities.
Oh, the possibilities. Now, if this 15 closes like this, and we get a pullback, we can potentially get a buy stop on the other side. Oh, this could be the driver here.
Oh.
He's the flip. He's the flip. I'm just cautious of this wing back sell as well, because this 4, if you look at this 4 pulled all the way back to 2185. Do we need to come up before coming down? That's the question. We've had a 2-hour back in. We could have took these buys here, but the issue we got is price pushed up first and then flipped to the downside, and I don't like that. It's got to pull back first for me, and then I can get a buy stop on to push up. So we probably would have been in if they'd pulled back first, but they didn't. It's made it difficult to get in. But if this 15 closes like this, I'm thinking we could just buy. I don't like it. It's not for me, this, guys. I'm probably going to end up watching price go. What do I want to see? What do I want to see? It's the 4. The 4's put me off taking buys up. It's probably going to end up bullish, but I need to find on a lower time frame something where, okay, price needs to come back to that area. Needs to. So you've had a 15-minute break up to the upside now. So you could technically drive up, or if we can get, don't even like that, because that's a 4 flipping. What is this? So if you look at this 5, you broke out, closed back, respect, and came all the way down to 2174 before the push up. I don't think we need to do that because we've already came from that area. So the 30 is bullish. 1 hour. This could drive here, guys, because the 30 is closed bullish. If we can get a pullback to 2177, we potentially take wing back buys. Oh, look at this. But the issue you've got here is, I don't even like that. I'm just looking at the 30. The last time the 30 closed here, you pulled back to 2177 and then you flipped. I don't like it, guys. I'm sorry, but it's not for me. This, like, I need the 4 hour to close. The 4 hour can do anything at the minute. It's bearish on the 4. Technically, you should be coming down. That's why I'm only looking at this wing back sell, but it's how steep do you need the top wick? And so we were looking at buys there, but it's not for me. I think if anything, what time are we on? I want to see what the hour does. If the hour can break, back below here, fantastic, perfect. Because that means we would have had a fake out back into the range. So it should be fairly. So if we can get that hour closed like that, that would confirm the forward driving. The new hour should open up, test previous support and flip, come down, to fill at least 2175, which would be the wick fill of the 4. So that would be our advantage point. And that's what you want to take a trade. You need an advantage point. At the minute, we've got nothing on. So that's something we could do. So I'm going to wait for the 1 hour, unfortunately. But by all means, you know, this is me trading, remember. If your setup's there and everything's in line, take it. You know, it's your setup. But you can't get FOMO, you can't take trades because other people are taking them. And that's another big problem in the trading industry. You'll hear other people catching 60, 70 pips and you'll feel like you have to be in a trade. You just got to stay in your own lane if it feels right for you. But this could easily flip to the upside and drive up. Easy. Because how did the 30 close? 30 closed bullish, didn't it? So this 30 should carry on pushing, really. Now, if this hour... The last time we broke below here, we tapped 2180, pulled back on the hour, and then we drove through. So I'm thinking, if we're looking at wing back sell 2180, could we... Where would stops be? Stops would be like that, 100 pips for me. With a potential second entry at 2186. So if we do power through, you're probably going to have to do that. Even if you want to drive that, you would take profit as a second entry on this. You take the profit from here to here, yeah. You would be up on both the trades. Because you'd be minus 19 on there, but you'd be up 40. So there you go, you'd be 20 pips up. So that's something we can look at, and that would go in line with the 4 hour being bearish. However, remember what we said on the 4. We could easily get a fake out on the 4 to the downside with the next 4. Might happen with the next 4 because we're technically bullish on the daily. There's too many contradictions, that's the issue. We're messing about in this whole range is disgusting. We broke out and we just broke back in. That's all we've done. And this was a trade. This was a range we were in yesterday, remember? When we came on, we were around here. Look where we're at now. We're back in the same fucking place. So, oh, it looks like 2 eyes, doesn't it?
Ninja Turtle.
There we go. Yeah. When you start drawing, that sort of sums up a live trading session. Doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I was humming and hawing about putting a wing back on from 77 there.
77?
Yeah. I would have been at
77?
10 pips. I would have moved myself to break even.
Oh, wing back bar, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at it, mate. Here. Yeah. It would have worked out nice.
It would have. I've
Yeah.
got it marked up and
Yeah.
the numbers are in and everything.
It's-
I just didn't.
I'm just put off with the 4, really.
Yeah.
It's just the 4, because the 4 could easily just drive down and that be the 4 what breaks the laws. Easy. I want to see if I can show you some examples, actually. So if you look at like maybe not that 4, but that 4 closed bearish but didn't break the law, but then look at the new 4 just bombed straight down. Trying to find an example where the 4 doesn't break the law but then still drives. Don't know what this song is. Yeah, look. So look at this here. So this 4 closed respecting. So we've got the bottom. We've found the range, yeah.
Yeah.
And then this 4 is closed respecting. So you'd be like, okay, well the next 4, you know, it hasn't broke out, but you still would expect this 4 to strike because you are still bearish, or you're gonna flip bullish. But price comes up, creates a top wick, and then flips to the downside and just drives down without you getting in on the 4. That's the issue we've got at the minute. Look at this. Look at this climbing here. So it's how far this 4 is going to... Now, this is why I'm looking at this wing back sell, because... But I really wanted this wing back sell if we didn't have a bottom wick. Now that we've got a bottom wick, it means you've got everything you need. If this 4 wants to close bullish, this 1-4 could even close that high up. Why? Because it's got liquidity now. You've broke all the lows. That means you could drive straight through this range without coming back. That's why I'm cautious of this as well. 2180. It's still not on for us. I'd need to see lower time frames struggling. So I'd need to see on this forward candle, this what's pushing up. Yeah, when it gets to there, I'd need to see within this forward the lower time frames, 15, 30, respecting zones, and then you'll get one pop up, and then that's the one what comes down. That's what I need to see, and that'd just be, you'd be messing about, and then it'll pop and then flip. What was the least amount of trades in a week we'd done? Dan, do you know?
I'm not sure. Possibly like 2 or 3. Maybe.
I mean, what day are we on today? Tuesday. We're only on Tuesday, aren't we? We need this weekly to decide what it's doing. What is this weekly going to do? Is it going to come back for a steeper top wick, or we're going to come back down for a steeper bottom wick? It'd be a lot. If this daily closes bearish, it'd be a lot easier, because you just expect a top wick to come down. That'd be a fair sign of price coming back down, because even if the next daily wants to close bearish, it should do, you're still going to get some a decent push down.
Well, this is it. We can't enforce it.
Yeah, you can.
Good luck to you this week. It ain't no thing.
You got no fans? Did you see how you could hire him out for stag do's and that?
Like a Wellstone raid.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Imagine that. I want to see what this hour does. Because if this hour closes bullish, this one also closed bullish. And then if this would be perfect, right? If this hour could push, close bullish, but no top wick. And then the new hour opens up with no bottom wick and pushes up first. Then we could take this wing back sell to then flip to the downside to end up bearish with the top wick. That's exactly what happened here. Hour closed no top wick. New hour opened up, pushed up first, tapped, and then flipped. That would be perfectio. And that would go in line with the 4, then back down in 2177 levels.
Yeah, I'd accept that.
Yep, that would be really nice. It's not powering up though, is it? It's not powering. It's sort of. I feel like it's stalling. What are you gonna do here? You are gonna drop through the floor. Do you know what's good? I feel like it's gonna do. It's gonna tap this top wick here, and then it's gonna go like a rocket.
How's it gonna go, Pete?
It's gonna go like that. That's what it's gonna do. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel, jump into the Discord, free Discord. I appreciate you being on. You feel, do you? Laugh my ass off jokes. Crazy beast. What are you on about? Are you drunk? What have I told you about coming on streams drunk?
Hands a special brew at 9:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
You beast.
Frosty Jacks.
Frosty Jacks. There is an area here where it might tap 2179 and then pull back down. Oh, have we already tapped it? We haven't, have we? So we could tap that. Genuinely here for a laugh. Yeah. That would be nice. You'd have flies on this here. This is what we're trying to copy. If this 5 can get activated, 5 drops, stops to safety. You don't pull back, you push back down. Same as this one, 5 comes up, taps, and then you drop through the floor. It's just, we're not really driving. I don't know whether we're going to get up to it. And the more times we keep coming back down and breaking the lows, the more you could just bomb straight through it. It's on the hour really, guys. We need to see what if this hour closes like this, we might just be trickling up. The next hour might close like that as well, and you just get small hourly candles all the way up, and it's just, you just can't get in. Or you might even come down first for a bearish one, and then the next hour then breaks a high, and just, you just can't get in. You just gotta wait. Gotta wait. What conspiracies can we talk about? Come on, Crazy Beast will have a few. He puts the world to rights all the time. Come on, Crazy Beast. Talk to me about a conspiracy. What conspiracy? Is there going to be a fake alien invasion?
Yes.
Is it going to be fake?
Yes.
Oh, no. Right.
Project Blue Beam.
Blue Beam?
Blue Beam. Not Blue Beam.
Blue Beam. Ooh.
Okay. Blue Beam.
I think, I mean, if you walk around Rill, it looks like there's already been an alien invasion. Yeah?
Where?
Rill, North Wales.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, is that town RHYLL?
Yeah.
I thought it was Ryle.
Ryle. Yeah.
Oh, she's popping down.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, she is.
Oh, I mean, if we can get a 15 close below 2177, that would confirm. I would need the hour to close though. I'd need the hour to close, but if we get an hour close below 2177, fantastic, because that should confirm the 4 flipping, and we could just sell down. Then we'd have an advantage point as well. That'd be best for us. And this technically would be a break retest, but you've got a fake out back. There's only one place to go, and that's breaking the lows. But it's whether we get that. Look at that 5. There's been some big pushing 5 candles though. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Oh.
Or could this be a liquidity grab to go
Up, maybe. Maybe. There's no top wick. You haven't. I do believe this has to get tapped before driving down. So maybe.
Because every time there's been a sharp wick, it's flipped, isn't it? To the upside. Sharp wick up.
So,
Hey,
so John's conspiracy. Oh mate, that's deep. This is deep. Well, I say it's deep. I don't think we should talk about this one though. He's put the Pfizer jab with Johnson and the pharmaceutical industries.
cancellation.
Yeah, and how we all want to be ill. Oh, how they want us all ill, so they can profit from our health. Yeah. Yeah, well, let's not get into that one though. But I know what you mean.
That's not a conspiracy theory. That's just
Yeah, proper fact. Have you seen that woman on there? What's her name? I don't know if she's Australian from New Zealand or somewhere, and she gives out all health advice on.
yeah.
It's like natural stuff. Like she's meant to be like really good, what she does, and she keeps getting banned and blocked.
Yeah, she talks about like onions in the socks and like all of that jazz.
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
It's fish or something. I'll get it up now.
See, I don't get. I mean, you don't know what to believe. This is the issue. You don't know who to believe, shall I say? Not what, who.
Barbara O'Neill.
That's it. Barbara O'Neill. Yeah, she's getting banned all over, even though like she's trying to help people. She's been helping people for years.
It's just because
Yeah.
it goes against the grain of you need to get all of your health stuff from Big Pharma.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's going back to how it used to be before Big Pharma, where it would all be like herbs
Whoa, look at
and
this.
things like that.
Is this the 4 flip here, guys? Look. Is this the 4 flipping back to the downside? Are we going to get this wick fill now? We've got 8 minutes for an hour close. Ooh, it's going to be tight, this.
You still in this, Cal?
He was on. He was,
Say again, Bid.
You still in this one?
Oh, gee, Dan. No, I closed up when it reversed. As far as I entered at like 21. What was it? 26. 2178.8.
Yeah.
And then I drew it out at like 2176.5. As soon as that counted, the wick started getting formed on the 5. I like, fully. And then I took a bit of a buy back out. And then now I'm just waiting out, mate. It's playing around too much for me. But
oh, you can't see on YouTube, Jack, can you?
No.
Crazy Beast has he's just put a message in. It got retracted, and he put, "YouTube won't let me submit my conspiracy theory." Oh, God. Maybe that's why we don't get many views, because we're too busy talking about conspiracy theories, and we just get blocked. Funny that, like.
Yeah, I'm sitting at $805 profit from this morning.
Nice.
Thank you. That big pump down candle hit my stop loss. My take profit.
Zero for the day.
At least you're not in a negative mind, that's the main thing.
If you followed your plan, it's a win. Even that means even if you don't take a trade and you followed your plan, it's a win. That's where you got confused. Making profits is only a win if you followed your plan whilst making them. Because believe it or not, you can actually get bad profits. Do you know that? You can get bad profits, and that's not entering with your setup and with your as per your rules. That's just impulse entering. Oh, I've made so and so, and prices just shot through the roof. Already made loads of profit. It's called bad profit because you didn't follow your rules, and over time it'll catch you out. So
need you to believe that you're doing the right thing and you're not.
yeah, your wins are only if you follow your rules, and that's whether you win, lose, or break even, or not trade. It's still a win if you followed your rules.
Yeah.
It took me ages to learn this, guys. I'm not just saying this to be some sort of motivational speaker. I want you all to win in the shortest period of time. And you're doing it. I look at Callum. He's knocking out trades left, right, and Portsmouth, and he's been trading. How long, Callum?
About a month and a week.
About a month, something. Class.
Five.
Nice.
And all he's done has been on the streams. What else have you've done? You've done the courses, done the Meraki course, basics Meraki course, a couple of one-to-ones, and then he's just watched the streams, and he's just followed the process.
I see.
Yeah.
One-to-ones with the director of education.
Hey, one-to-ones are free to everyone. Remember, Dan? They're always there on the Discord. Request one.
This is my one-to-one now.
Yeah, it is. We have a one-to-one every morning, don't we?
Yeah.
What I was going to say to you earlier, Dan, when you were talking about work and starting the job and trading and stuff, what I found that, rocketed me, staying, actually placing trades and whatnot, is taking into practice and practicing myself what we do on the lives in the morning. I place one or two trades in the afternoon, and it's just positive reinforcement of what I've learned from the morning sessions.
Yeah.
That's what I found worked for me a hell of a lot.
I think, what would your advice be in regards to new people joining?
Take the education slow and steady and methodical. Focus a lot and study notes. As you're learning one thing, whatever you learn, let's just say, for example, you're learning candlesticks. It's about a 4 or 5 minute video. It's not a simple case of just breezing through it and saying, yep, I understand what a candlestick is.
I've done that video now. Yeah,
it's writing down the wicks, what a wick is, what a bullish candle is, what a bearish, and it's just positive reinforcement for your brain, actually writing it down on a piece of paper, so that when you get into the more complex stuff, you can look back on your own study notes instead of scrolling through the videos. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's you reinforcing it in your mind that you've actually learned something from it, writing it down.
Spot on.
Like a best book in the army, Pete.
Yeah.
That's what work. That's my advice.
Well, do you know what it is when I sort of started this company? It's the army works. The way the army teaches works.
100%.
Yeah, that's why they've been doing it for hundreds and hundreds of years. The idiot guide everything. Everything is so... Even turning a vehicle on. The idiot guide it all. And what I found in the Forex industry is... It was just, with all the companies what I'd been in previous, I'm not going to name the companies, it was just all over, and it wasn't idiot guided. It wasn't simplistic and idiot guided. And I like to think I've just sort of army-fied the education. Simple, step by step, in the correct order. Do this, now do this, now do this. And, well, it shows it's working because people are smashing it. It's such a short period of time in the journey, which is pretty good. The only thing about Relentless is we're not known because we're not an MLM. We're not an MLM, so MLM is like multi-level marketing, which all these other companies are. That's why they've got big names and they're out there. They've got loads of members on because they're an MLM, where basically the members get commission if they get other people on. So they go and tell their friends and family because they get commission. We didn't want to do that, so it's just obviously it's a slow growth for us. But I do believe we're probably I would actually say we're probably the best in the industry. What you can get access to in the order we've done it and how we teach it is, I don't know if there's any companies like us at all. But the issue we've got is, well, it's not really an issue because it makes no difference to us because we all trade anyway, is we don't have many members on because we're sort of, it's like we're fairly new. That makes sense. Because we're not, I could turn it into an MLM tomorrow, mate, and get hundreds of thousands of people on and be rich overnight. I wouldn't need to trade. Yeah, but I believe in karma and helping people. That doesn't help people, it just helps me.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this 1 hour here, guys. This 5's bombing. Whoo! Look at that.
Train just left the station.
See the reason we didn't buy up now? We didn't want to buy because we just didn't know where this 4 was going to flip. Now here's the thing, which you're probably not going to be able to. I need a top wick. I need a top wick on the hour. 30's closed back below. And I need this 15. I need a top wick to 2178 on the hour. So I need the new hour to come up, create a top wick, and then get buy stops on underneath, or wing back sell from 2180. The wing back sell at 2180 is definitely on now, because if the hour closes bearish, fantastic, but it's whether it's going to pop up and then flip. I'm not sure it's going to do that. I don't know. It might be a bit too much for it, because this is just a pullback. Break, retest, fake out back into the area to carry on. Or is this a fake out to the downside to come back up? I don't think it would be though. Look at that hour close. It might not pull back here, but I need a top wick at least 2177 for us to get sell stops on. It might not. Other than that, then it'd be sells below 2175 on the hour.
Hi, I'm gonna go make myself a brew.
Yeah. 2 hours closed in 1. But here's the thing, if this one breaks the laws and then flips up, I'm gonna have to wait. I need this one to pull back, tap 2177, and then we get sell stops on underneath to come down. But it doesn't have to. It could drive without it. What's this 15 now? Oh yeah, it definitely doesn't have to, like. I'm just... breaking the laws here, you guys. We're so close as well. Driving in it, broke the laws.
The ship has left the dock.
We did say it doesn't need to pull back much. little bugger. So he's the bottom wick for the 4, as in the wick fill, which we knew was going to get a wick fill, but how far? We didn't know. What can we do now? What can we do now? Where are you going to come to? We haven't had a top wick on this 1 hour. If we can get... I need a pullback here. 30-minute opened up and just bombed down. One hour's closed back here, so we've got a fake out on the 1 now. 2 still bullish into the range. 3 still bullish. 4's getting a wick fill. Why didn't we drive before though? Very difficult now, guys, because we've pushed down without pulling back. Broke below. Are we gonna pull? Are we gonna reject? I want to see what this 15 does. So if the 15 doesn't fill the range and closes bearish, we could get a top wick and then sell stop on this. So for example, because we're currently in this range now. So if this 15 doesn't fill the range and closes with a bottom wick, and then the new 15 comes up, taps this no wick area, we get a sell stop on to come and fill the rest of the range. That's something we can look at. I don't like how the hour though, it's opened up and just bombed down, and it hasn't got a top wick. So I need that top wick getting ruled out really. Tricky. Remember we got news at 12:30, haven't we? Yeah, today is a bit. Well, there's volume, but what it is, we're just in a dodgy area. We're just working out if we're breaking out on a high time frame or whether we are faking out in a high time frame. That's all we're doing. We're in the awful areas. This is the awful area, but we just need to work out if it's breaking out or whether we're faking out. That's all we're doing here, and it just so happens that it's on our London session. Do you know what I mean? So there's nothing we can do. We need to see. Really, what we should do, the 4 hours going to tell us, isn't it? But I'm trying to see if we can get a trade before. This 4 hours going to tell us. If this 4 closes respecting, what are you thinking then? Well, you then know that, okay, you've had 2 candles try to break below. You've not done it. It's more likely the next one is going to be a bullish one. Okay, that's if it closes respecting because you've now filled the range. This 4 did not help our cause at all because it left a gap to fill. Right, and also closed bearish. So if the 4 breaks to the low like this, fantastic, there you go, that's what we're after. Straightforward, pull back, tap previous support, flip to the downside. That's it. Simple. But it didn't happen on the previous 4. That's why we just sat here like waiting. And it's not going to happen till... Really what we should wait for is that, but obviously I'm not waiting for that. It's, I might jump back on later and have a look. I'll drop it in the trade IDs, but... Yeah, I need a pullback here. And what's happened is, twice it's done this now. Where the hours opened up and pushed up first without pulling back. Twice. So we haven't been able to get in. So, I mean, I'm going to give it till 11, I think, anyway. It's on this 15. We might have a trade on this 15. If this 15 can close like this and the new 15 pulls back, creates a top wick for this, yeah? It might even push toward anywhere we want. It might even push and create a top wick for this. And then we can get a sell stop on to come and fill the range back down. But if it opens up and pushes down and taps 2174, I'll probably call it. Because then you're going to have to wait for a close below that. To take sells down. But then again, you need a top wick because the 4 hasn't broke out yet. At any point, the 4 can pull back. Got to understand with this 4. Yes, we're bearish, but at any point, this 4 can pull back and close respecting. At any point. Even though it's looking like it's going to close bearish and close below, but I've been there before where I've thought, oh, it looks like it's going to close below, I'll just take it, and it doesn't play out. This is why I have such a high win rate, guys, because I'm picky on my trades. I'm picky. Yeah.
Be just as picky.
Beats.
Yes.
From Fill Your Boots is starting to widen me out.
You what, mate?
You know Alfie from Fill Your Boots?
Fill your boots?
Yeah, Facebook page.
Alright, yeah.
Starting to widen me up, man. He's using so many of my memes I send him, and he's not sending me any mugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, he just posted a meme that I sent him this morning, and he did it and say, "Cheers, mate. Just using my content."
Plagiarism, not contact Facebook.
Nah.
Oh, bloody hell. Crazy beast, I am not bringing that up. I fear they need a 6 set here. I'm not bringing that up, mate. He sent me a conspiracy theory on WhatsApp because YouTube won't allow him. I'm not bringing that up, mate. No way. No way. No way, Jose. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Put it in the Discord, mate.
Oh yeah, drop it in the Discord. Come on the 15, 3 minutes for a close here. Now, these 15s don't actually, they actually only tap. Prime example of price coming back when there's no bottom wick. Look at this here, right? 15, no bottom wick. See? Price didn't come back. However, it did eventually. Look at that. Tapped. Gone. See? So price eventually comes back to them areas. I'm just thinking whether we could take a wing back. I don't like this here. So this 15 broke out and then closed back in. We broke out, didn't break below it. So is this 15 gonna Fake out. This is why I need a pullback to at least 21.77 before a sell stop underneath. Oh, coming down here, guys. Not very good. Not very good. This 15's got to have a bottom wick as well. If it doesn't, what does that mean? I'll take as the hours. Okay, we're getting a wick. I need the hour to have a top wick, you see. This didn't break any highs. Good morning, Nate. How the devil, mate? How the devil? Okay, a nice 15-minute close. I need a top wick, guys. I need a top wick. And I am debating. I don't know if you're going to get that top wick, especially the way that 5's closed. Okay, we need to come and tap at least 21.77. And then we look for sell stops underneath. Oh, did that 15? Oh, that 15's got no top on wick. However, maybe the 30. Let's see what happens here. This 15's got no bottom wick, so technically, if this 15 pulls back, then it's likely going to flip and drive. But what it should do is close bullish. So it can flip and drive, but then flip to close bullish if that's what's going to happen. That's what tends to happen. And if we're going to close bullish, where are we going to close bullish at? I'm trying to see if we can get a 5 back up. It's not nice. I just need the forward close, really. The 4's going to be the one, because the 4 can pull back at any point. 4 can pull back and close respecting at any point. We're getting the 4 wick fill now. I mean, you might come a bit further. Now, if this 15 can pull back without a bottom wick, potentially getting a 2021. I don't like this either, though. There's loads of things I don't like today. Go on in my demo. Oh, nice, mate. Yeah, it's not being right. It's deciding whether it wants to break out or not. We're working out if this is a retest. It's just the 4 hasn't broke out yet, Nate. So the 4 can do anything it wants at the minute. I don't think this 15 is going to. The Dean. Yeah. Class the Dean. Okay, 5 close in. I mean, if we can get a 5 push back to 21.77, could we take a sell to come down? The 15 would look something like tap if it is going to flip, but it might not flip. And even if it doesn't flip, if the 15 closes back above, we could then get out on the next 15. Pull back, tap to go. Okay, we could probably look at that. We could potentially get sells at 21.77. Whether we're going to do that. If we come and fill the range, God, I'm probably going to call it. I'm going to have to wait for the fall at that point. That would be the same with the 30 as well, would it? Because the hour doesn't need a top wick. I don't know whether I'll get the wing back on, because that would be the hour flipping to the upside. I know we've got 40 minutes left. I would need the 30 close down here and then pull back, because then the next 30 technically should stay bearish, and that would just be the 30 coming up to create a top wick for the hour to then flip. That would probably be better. Is this 15 going to push up? We need to push up in the first two 5-minute candles though. So this next, if this closes bullish, this new 5's got to pop up. And even if it closes up there, then the next 5 has to come through, because we need the 15 to, it would need to get activated on this 15. Looks like this 5's going to come and create a bottom wick for it. This could be the flipping driver. No FTMO, you guys, but yeah, we could come straight through. Is this the flip and drive, is it? Oh, is the bottom wick for the 15. This is your trade though, guys, take it. You know, take it. I'm just cautious of the 4 still. I want a 4 break. Because the 3 is still bullish in the range, so this 3 can flip at any point. The 2 is bullish, this can flip at any point. The 4 can pull back at any point. And could still flip, because this could be acting as respecting. Yeah. We've just had a 1 hour breakout, a fake out back into the area. But is this going to be something like this? What does that look like? There's just too much going on, or what could happen at the minute for us to take a trade, or for me to take a trade even. What's a 50? It's stalling a bit, like, isn't it? So it's a 5 flip into the upside. Okay, nice. Is it waiting for a 30 close? 30 close in 6 minutes. Ooh. I mean, it's got a bottom wick, not much of a bottom wick. Where are we going to pull back to here?
Five's close bullish now. Just waiting,
Yeah.
no
Oh, no bottom wick. Okay. I am looking at maybe 21.77. I'm just cautious because that's the hour flipping. Or the hour creating a top wick. You have to stay patient here, guys. Sorry, stay alert. 5 no bottom wick. Nice. Now we're going to tap these first. I'm going to be aggressive with stops as well. See this 5, no top wick, no bottom wick. Is this the pull? Is this just the pullback on the 15 to drive down? Might be worth just getting a. I need a 30 bearish close here. I need a 30 bearish close and a pullback. There's the 30 close, nice. Can we get a top wick? Don't like how this got no top. This got no top. $30 closed in 1 minute. So if we get a 30-minute bearish close, we're looking at either wingback sells or five 1 minute. Five's pulling back. Is this just the 15 top wick to come back down? You cheeky monkey. Now a get out on this would be if the 15 closed above. That's it. Okay, let's see what happens here. See if this 15 can push off with no bottom wick, that'd be lovely. Oh, nice. So we've had a 30 close now, guys. Really good. See if this 30 can pull back. We're looking at entries between 21.77 and 21.76.6. Come on, get up there. Get up there. Come on, rate the highs. This is lovely. If we can get up to our zone here, this would be nice. 30's got no bottom wick. You haven't broke any. Well, you broke these lows, I suppose. Obviously, this would be the hour pulling back though, so we do have to be careful. Our get out would be if the 15 closes back above, we'd look to just get out of the trade. Okay, stand by. Stand by! We're going to be aggressive with stops as well, guys. Because remember, this could just be the forward close and respecting. Yeah? Come on, get up. We might need a 5 bullish close and then the next 5. Stand by. 15.30 pulling back, top wick for the 30. The hour, look at the hour now. Okay. Okay, guys, I am in for a sell on this. I'm in for sells. See if this 5 can pull back here. Stops for me. Where stops? Our target's not that much off really. I will be going risk free fairly quick. How about these stops? Stops can just be above here, I suppose, because we're going off. I would prefer over there. Above that would be best for stops, but we're going to be getting out off the 15 anyway. You know what I mean? Okay, there's the pull down. Okay, what's the 5 like? Let's have a look at the 5. See if this 5 can flip. Okay. I am going risk free on this trade. I've not took any partial. I'm just risk free. See if this 5 can flip. Because if it doesn't flip, then we're likely going to come back down. Okay, I will be taking partial when we create a bottom wick on this. That would be 8 pips. See if we can come back down. 5's closing in 30 seconds. We still didn't tap that zone, so we might actually come back up for a steeper bottom wick, but we'll see. So stand by with your take pads, because it might be fast. Okay, I'm going to be taking a... oh, I'm out, guys. I'm out of break even. I had a feeling it might come back up.
Just about to say, I hope it comes back up as the internet drop.
Ah, right. Well, to be honest, it's I've entered a bit too prematurely. It should tap 2177 or 2177.6. So the 5's closed bullish. The new 5 is likely going. If this can push up with no bottom wick again, we might look to enter again. It's because this 5's got no bottom wick, you see. So I was thinking, okay, well maybe this one's gonna flip.
Yeah.
If this pulls back first, tricky, because you're probably gonna push further.
And that's what caught me out yesterday a couple of times.
Yeah.
So, there's a few 5-minute entries for me yesterday.
I mean,
the next candle opened with no bottom wick. Was like, right, it's gonna come down. So then I just sort of like moved me stops, and then it just carried on.
yeah.
Flying.
Okay. 15 still got no bottom wick. Is this 15 gonna flip? God, we're powering up here, like, aren't we? See, that 5 was perfect for us, no bottom wick. Okay, let's see if we can hit tap. I would think we would need. Okay, if we can push to tap 2177, we could maybe look to get in again. You've got to remember, this is the hour flipping back to the upside, and you've broke the lows on the hour. So where's this hour going to go? 1 hour 30's got no bottom wick. If the 30 closes up here, 23 minutes, you're probably going to have to come back to tap anyway, aren't you? So let's see if we can tap 2177.6. Let me just look left, guys, 2 seconds. So you come up to 2177. What's that on the 15? It's a big 15 candle. No bottom wick on this 15. Oh, I'm not in this, guys, right? I'm not in it. I need to see this area here. What's this? 15 pushing. Because if you look, if you look at this one's came up with no bottom wick. But the next 15 comes up. 2 minutes left. Can we push this next zone? Ah, that would have been the one, wouldn't it? I'm not in this, guys. If this pulls back now, that's probably me done. I needed to see that 15, what that 15 was doing with no bottom wick. There's a 15 here we'll push straight through, but then the next 15 comes down anyway. So technically, you know, we could have took it from there. Our entry was just too early. Obviously, this wasn't the 5. And I'm crazy for love. Tricky morning. I mean, the 15's closing in 6 minutes. So what would we want to see with this 15? We would ideally want it to stay below 21.77. If you did catch this, I'd just go risk-free now, really, because if this is the move, it shouldn't pull back. You should come back down to 21.76. This looks like it's it, guys. Look at this. And if the 15 closes respected, the new 15 should maybe give us a top wick and then flip to the downside to come back down. Definitely come down to 21.76. What a weird morning it's been. That just hasn't felt right. Look at that. Came all the way up, top 21.77. Did anyone catch this? 21.7759. Anyone catch that?
Yep.
You did, yeah? Cool. Glad someone did.
Yep.
Okay, I mean, you could actually get flies on this if this is the move back down. Oh, the 5's closed. Actually, it's closed back in. But it's because you got a 15 closing shortly. If this 15 can flip, mate, you are if you were in the money. If this 15 closed doji, you're in the money. You got some flies coming down to at least 21.73. I'm not actually in this, guys. I got in a bit too prematurely, unfortunately. But I had to because it's the 4. I'm still not 100% on everything, really. To be honest, the 2 is closing in 19 minutes. Be interesting to see how this 15 closes, actually, because this 15 actually closes bullish, and then the next 15 closes, pushes up, and then flips bearish. We haven't had the bottom wick of the 15 yet, but the 30's tapped its zone, so the 30 could flip straight away. Yeah, they'll always talk of how is the right manager. Yeah, there's some angry fans. Do you know what it is? It's because I don't think you can actually blame him, because we haven't got the players to bring on. Like Chelsea game, there was no one to bring on to change the game, so he has to play one style of football because he's got no other players to play any other different style. So
I was going to say, this is it, isn't it? People are just saying that he's got no plan B and things like that, but it's like you say, with the players we've got,
yeah,
how many plans can you have?
yeah, exactly
And the
that.
players that we do have available, what system can you change for them playing? You know, it's...
Look at that trade, guys. Sorry to cut across down, but look at that. That would have been lovely. My bad, guys. My bad. Oh my god. Go on, Callum. You still in, Callum?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I'm glad someone's caught the trade, right? I'm glad someone's caught it.
I'm closing out now because it's my support on the 15th. That the minus support there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if this 15 closes bearish, mate, you should come straight through.
Yeah, but it could, play around the next couple of 15s.
Yeah, well, break even, partials. I said I'm just at break even, so we'll
Right. I closed out there for $395.
Nice.
Yo,
I mean, that entry, if I did weird, that would have been a lovely entry, but we all have these days, guys, unfortunately.
Yeah, mate. As long as it's
Look at
not
that.
a loss, to win.
Exactly that. I want to see how this 15 closes. This is the trade done now, really. Yeah, I'm probably going to call it. Now else for me. I'll just wait for the forward to close. But that would have been lovely. $15's got a bottom wick flipped. What you should get now, if this 15 closes bearish, you should just get that. If it closes bearish, that is.
get going 15, get going.
I'm not sure about that A-turn because it seemed as soon as it did that big pump, it's like it just slammed on the brakes at the bottom of the body of the candles.
It's just waiting for a 15 to close for more liquidity.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's why I just, pulled out. Nice bit of profit. There's no point rushing it, and then it just absolutely bombs it up to the ceiling. Boom, 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 and leaves me behind all the dust.
Oh, what a lovely 15 close that is.
Georgie.
Yeah, right, guys. I'm done, mate. I'm. It's now for me now. I'm gonna wait for the 4 to close. Once the 4 closes, so this is what I've got going on. If you grab that trade, fantastic. I'm over the moon for you. If you've learned something on stream, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel. I'm waiting for the 4 to close, and I'll be after a top wick, tap previous support, and I'll just take sells down this clean range down to 2160. You might not get there in one forward candle, mine, but we should start heading towards that way. So, unfortunately, it was a break-even day today for me. It might have been a win day for a few years, which I believe it was. But other than that, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to see you. I'll be back on tomorrow. Hopefully, if we can get that daily candle close, bearish, tomorrow should be fairly straightforward. Alright. A lot easier. It's been a tough day today. I'll catch you later, everyone. See you later.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See you later, Callum.